The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring 5 graded stakes from the Stars and Stripes Festival at Belmont Park, including a long shot winner of the Grade 1 Belmont Derby. We begin with the Grade 3 Belmont Sprint Championship. Clearly now the 2-1 favorite, Tom Durkin has the call.
Moonlight Song rips through a 22-3 opening quarter-mile. Dad's Cap's hard on his heels, second. Clearly now just 2 lengths from the lead while saving ground down toward the rail. Palace on the outside, right next to Clearly Now. Just in behind, Salutos Amigos is trying to come off the inside, but Mezzano is keeping him pinned down. And then farther back, it's Big Screen far outside. Central Banker still about 7 or 8 from the lead as the field turns for home after a 45 2/2 mile. Moonlight Song, Dad's Cap's right at his throat latch now, and Clearly Now is poised for the stretch drive on the outside, and here comes Clearly Now powerfully to take the lead at the mid-stretch marker, and Clearly Now is pulling away and pouring it on. Clearly Now with an arresting victory here, crushes the field.
Clearly Now by Claiborne Farm Stallion Horse Greeley draws off to defeat Palace by 6 1/4 lengths. Jose Lescano aboard the Keeneland Cells graduate in track record time of 1:19.4, a 1:09 brisk speed rating. A 2-time graded stakes winner at 3, the Brian Lynch trainee was last seen finishing 5th when Palace won the Grade 1 Metropolitan Handicap. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by Claiborne Farm and was a $30,000 Keeneland September yearling. Clearly Now has earned nearly $887,000 for Uphill Stable. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including SAR stats. Next from Belmont Park, the Grade 2 Suburban Handicap. Romanche, the 2-1 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
Up the backstretch they go after a 23 2 opening quarter mile. Moreno is the leader. A firing line in behind. Storm and Monaco down toward the rail. Prayer for Relief in between horses. Vijek on the outside, close to the pace, 4th. And the pace is a strong one. It was a 46 4 opening half mile. Then paired up together, 4 1/2 lengths from that strong pace up front. A Romanche on the inside. Last Gunfighter's right next to him. Mike Romanage is starting to make a move as the field enters the far turn. And then it's My Loot now about 8 from the front. Ever Rider Norm Bega has but 1 horse beaten, and that is Zivo rounding the far turn. Nothing left for Storm and Morocco. Now he throws in the towel. It's Moreno and Prayer for Relief. 1-2 with 3 furlongs to go. And Romanche is a menacing third as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Then Zivo comes on the scene. Zivo's only 3 lengths behind with a quarter mile to go. Micromanage on the far outside along with My Loot. And then farther back, Ever Rider and Norm Bega on the far outside. They're coming into the final furlong now. Moreno's got a narrow lead. Zivo keeps on coming up the inside. And then it's Prayer for Relief. A sputtering Romanche. And down toward the rail, Ever Rider. They're coming down to the finish. And it's Zivo who passed every one of them to win it.
14-1 Zivo outfinishes Moreno by 3 lengths. Jose Lescano aboard the New York bred winner in 2 minutes and 2/5. The Chad Brown trainee stepping up to graded stakes company after winning his last 5 starts, including 4 consecutive stakes against state breds. The 5-year-old horse by True Direction was bred in New York by his owner, Thomas Coleman. In the money in all 15 career starts, Zivo has earned $782,000. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series.
A new challenge has begun, and for the world's top thoroughbreds, there's a new reason to keep running. Win, and they're in. All summer long, The best horses will race to earn a spot in the richest event in horse racing. Don't miss the drama that unfolds in the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series all summer long on NBC and NBCSN.
It all started with a dream. A dream to be the best, to breed the best, to race the best.
Super Saver Russell Meyer, what a finish to the classic.
And to stand the best. Windstar Farm, dedicated to the dream.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover beautiful Ocala, Marion County, horse capital of the world. I'm Valerie Daly. Let me show you all our area has to offer. Here are a few recent listings. Saddlebrook Equestrian Estates, Champions Circle, Countryside Farm, and Ivy Lane. Ocala, Marion County. Come for a visit and you'll see why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 United Nations Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Woodbine in the Grade 2 Dance Smartly Stakes. Deceptive Vision, the 2-1 favorite. Dan Loisel has the call.
Less than 4 furlongs to go here in the Dance Smartly. And it's Deceptive Vision in the run to the 3/8 pole. Savvy Hester, English Class, is inching ever closer now. Theater Star is on the far outside and moves into contention. Riding the rail to the top of the stretch is Cersei, and they turn for home. And it's Deceptive Vision down on the inside. In the center is Savvy Hester. Johnny Velasquez sets down English Class, and here comes Overheard for Eurico Rosa da Silva. It's anyone's race in the final furlong. Overheard is closing resolutely. Savvy Hester dropping to the inside is Deceptive Vision. What a finish. Here is the wire. Picture time.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. It's Deceptive Vision taking a slim lead on the inside, under 118 pounds, and Patrick Husbands. But 5-2 second choice Overheard is closing strongly on the outside, toting 120 pounds, and Eurico da Silva. And Overheard gets up to take the photo by a nose. Long shot Savvy Hester, another nose back in the show spot. Overheard is by Adina Spring Snag at Macho Uno. The Pin Oak Stud Homebred clocked in 144-1. Winner of the Grade 3 Valley View Stakes last fall, the Kentucky-bred 4-year-old filly was making her second start off a 7-month layoff. In her seasonal debut, the Malcolm Pierce trainee was second by a head to Tannery in the Miss Liberty Stakes at Monmouth Park. Overheard has earned $451,000 for Pin Oak Stable. To Monmouth Park for the Grade 1 United Nations Stakes. Kygan, the 3-1 favorite. Travis Stone has the call.
They head for the backstretch run, and Side Glance really trying to back down this pace. The first half was 49 seconds flat. Kygan is just 3/4 of a length behind, second at outside. Twilight Eclipse drafting in behind from third. Manchurian High, a long shot chance on the outside in fourth. And then it's Winning Cause, Guerrero. Main Sequence is making some progress on the far outside. Is going to get stuck 3 wide of the far turn run. Meanwhile, Paco Lopez saving ground with Exclusive Strike and steps on it. Here's Exclusive Strike quickly up into into contention. Charming Kitten is at the back, but it's a tight pack round the far turn. Side Glance in front, still there. Kygan now call on for more speed in second. Twilight Eclipse down inside in third. Winning Cause, Manchurian High, Main Sequence. Charming Kitten swings 5 wide. Exclusive Strike saves all sorts of ground. Top of the stretch for Side Glance. Twilight Eclipse coming on strong. Here's Twilight Eclipse on the outside, and Kygan. Exclusive Strike nowhere to go. Farther out, Main Sequence down to the final 16th. Exclusive Strike reaching out for the wire. On the outside, here's Main Sequence. Main Sequence surges to win it.
In his U.S. debut, 8-1 Main Sequence gets up to defeat Twilight Eclipse by a neck. Rajiv Mirage, the winning jockey, in 2:14-1. In his first start off an 8-month layoff, the Graham Motion trainee records his first victory since taking the Group 3 Derby trial in England 2 years ago. Runner-up to Camelot in the 2012 Epsom Derby, the 5-year-old gelding by Aldebaran earns an automatic bid to the Breeders' Cup turf. The winner was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Flaxman Holdings Limited. Main Sequence has earned $988,000. The Spendthrift Farm Stallions of the week are Arch, Patio Prado, Tisway, and Wilburn. Watch for their first yearlings selling this summer.
At the top of the stretch, it's Tisway. Tisway by 4 as they come down to the line. Tisway takes the Met Mile with style. Look at the time, 1:32.4. Rail Trip is there. Giant Oak, flat out coming after him. It is Tisway in front, and Tisway was terrific.
Since 2000, runners by Pin Oak Stallions have won some of racing's most important stakes races and include Eclipse and Sovereign Award champions. Pin Oak is home to leading sire Broken Vow, sire of over 100 stakes horses, and Sky Classic. Pin Oak also stands young graded stakes winners Cowboy Cow and Alternation. Pin Oak Stud. Stakes success is our goal.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Los Alamitos Derby and the Queen's Plate coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with fillies in the Grade 2 Delaware Oaks. Joint Return, the 8-5 favorite. John Curran picks up the call.
Honey's Ryan, the Ohio Invader, still leads it by a half over Abel Inn. Up on the outside, Image of Anna, Pixie Dust still with the rail. Lady Paradigm and Vero Mori side by side. Then comes Fortune Pearl, and Joint Return has to kick it in now. She's still 6 lengths away with 3/8 to go. Abel Inn takes on Honey's Ryan for that lead. Lady Paradigm behind horses needs some racing room. Up on the outside, Pixie Dust turning for home. It's wide open. Now on the front end, Abel Inn. Lady Paradigm found a seam to run through. Far outside, Joint Return and Fortune Pearl are coming. 4 across the track. Image of Anna also right there. Fortune Pearl and Trevor McCarthy spurts to the front, a furlong from home. Joint Returns trying to catch her, but Fortune Pearl got the jump. She takes the Delaware Oaks by 2.5 lengths.
5-2 second choice. Fortune Pearl rallies to take it officially by 2 lengths over Joint Return, who noses out Abilene for place. Trevor McCarthy aboard in 1:44.3. The first stakes victory for Fortune Pearl, who is making her first start since finishing third in the Grade 2 Black-Eyed Susan Stakes. The filly by Mineshaft was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Zanim Majan. Another graded stakes winner for trainer Graham Motion, Fortune Pearl has earned $272,000. Next, the Belmont Oaks on turf. Room Service going for her third consecutive Grade 1 victory, the 5-2 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
Sea Queen on top here. Rod Ortiz Jr. trying to harness in some of that speed. Tracked intently by Wonderfully, who in turn is tracked intently by Minaret. Flying Jim is a well-settled fourth. Then Summer Solo. Opportunity inside for Goldie Esponi in the white-hot hands of Jose Lascano. Now about 6 lengths from the lead here with 5 furlongs remaining. And then it's Recept on the outside. French Filly, Excellence, now about 8 lengths from the lead. Still at the back of the pack, Room Service and Rosalind. Half mile remaining, 3/4 run in 1:14.2. And it's Sea Queen still in control around the far turn. Wonderfully now making a serious attempt to get at her. There's a break of another 3 lengths. And then it's Minaret running third as they come to the quarter pole. Goldie Esponi down toward the inside. Flying Jib in an all-out drive, but is still 5 lengths behind. Excellence is 6 lengths behind at the top of the stretch. They're entering the final furlong. Sea Queen trying to pull it off wire to wire here. Here comes Minaret. Minaret with a bold run at her as they come into the final 100 yards. Sea Queen and Minaret who keeps on pecking away, and it is Minaret who takes the lead. Minaret got it.
6-1, Minaret turns the tables on Sea Queen by 2 lengths. Joel Rosario aboard in 2:01.3. Minaret gets her first victory since breaking her maiden on debut in Ireland a year ago. Sent to Chad Brown for her current campaign, she was coming off a runner-up effort to Sea Queen in the Wonder Again Stakes over the Belmont turf. The filly by Smart Strike was bred in Kentucky by Silk and Scarlet Syndicate. Minaret has earned $603,000 from Mrs. John Magner, Michael Tabor, and Derek Smith. Next from Belmont Park, the Grade 3 Dwyer Stakes. The entry of Kid Cruz and Captain Sirius bet down to 3-5. Again, here's Tom Durkin.
They're making their way toward the top of the stretch.